Yesterday, all the baby killers were so far away. Now they're on the Supreme Court steps today. Oh, I believe in yesterday. You would never think so many people, well, to be fair, they're really outnumbered by the rest of us, but it's still a pretty decent level number of people, would be upset that they can't murder a baby. Yeah, but what if it's only 2 months old, 9 months? Yeah, I know the arguments. But you have to understand the real reason behind this. It's not about the women and women's rights. What if she was raped? What if the mother's gonna die if she has the baby? No. There is a trafficking problem across this world. And I'll just say those babies, to some people, are very important and very profitable. And it's not the ones that you want to have here, the kids, the 13-year-old who got pregnant. No. There is an operation taking place, in my humble opinion, the likes of which you can't comprehend. Factories, if you will. Having said that, I tell you I follow Ezra Cohen on Telegram. They post stuff. False flag alert, New York City. Boom, it happens days later. Another false flag alert, boom, Ulvad shooting. Hey, this is and this is the person who's been warning. Get your effing money out of the banks. Why? Tell me if you remember this old country song. 'Cause honey, yous look better than money in the bank. When I was an auto mechanic back in the mid 90s, late to maybe 2000, 5 or 6 years or something. And I was a service manager for a while. They just freaking played country music all day long on the radio. They had the local country channel on. And then I brought them the Jerky Boys CDs, the prank callers. We would play some of that stuff over the speaker system in the shop. We didn't have any customers around. We would play it and listen to the Jerky Boys prank calling people. And then every now and then we'd listen to like some rock and roll or something. That was decent. But I got stuck forcefully listening to country music. I was never a country music fan. I didn't listen to that stuff. But after years of it, there was a number of songs. Like, man, I'm over there whistling the song, singing the song. That's a good song, jamming a little bit. And I came to like a bunch of songs, country songs. But that was one of the, I don't even know who the hell sings that. You look better than money in the bank. There was another old song I remember. Sometimes you feel like a dog in the back of a pickup truck going 90 mile an hour around a corner just trying to hang on for dear life. You made that into a song? That's a Big 10-4. Somebody did. So back to Ezra. Navy SEALs defending Clarence Thomas. This is posted. This is today's posts, okay? Let me scroll up just to make sure. Breaking Supreme Court overturns Roe v. Wade. Of course, we know that. Now, he mentioned, this was all today. Riot season. Capitol Police are not patriots. Undercover pro-abortion groups are posing as pro-life. FBI has been told to stand down. Fox News will not show fair coverage. And then it says every battle will be won. And he links to the Supreme Court ruling. And then he posts something else from somewhere else, another website, Truth Social, a certain letter of the alphabet account. updated for today, but only so far. A little flag marked safe from raging abortionist. And then he goes on to Navy SEALs defending Clarence Thomas. Nothing can stop what is about to happen next. I'll go ahead and play the other music from the 7-Eleven prophecy. Okay, that's enough of that. Nothing can stop what is about to happen next. What does that mean? You mean like wipe? Like what? Wipe it with a cloth? Did I wipe the server with a cloth? That's Hillary's riffraff answer and face. Like wipe the server? Wipe it with a cloth? Did I wipe it with a... You moron. You know effing well what they're asking you. Quote unquote, they never thought she would lose. Now they all lose. That was the full quote. Remember that? Nothing can stop what is about to happen next. And speaking of that reminds me of a song. Nothing's gonna stop us now. 'Cause we can do this thing forever. Or is it together? Something forever. Nothing's gonna stop us now. That was Starship. Or Jefferson Starship. Or I think it changed his effing name 3 different times. So, Starship, Jefferson Starship, Jefferson. What the? Make up your mind, dude. That was a great song. When that song comes on, I jam. Good song. And a movie that goes with it, because it was on the soundtrack, it was a cool movie back in the day. 80s movie, I believe. And it was definitely 80s. Mannequin. The mannequin comes to life, and the security guard of the store is like the sergeant guy from the movie, the series of movies. There was like 3. There was actually 6 different parts, but the first 3 were the original characters. Also 80s. Police Academy. I heard that, Proctor! Move it, move it, move it! That guy. He's like the security guard. He's got a little bulldog that's like, his little guard dog inside the place. But it was a good movie. Again, there's a lot of good 80s movies. But he was in it, and I forget the main actor's name. You would know as soon as you saw him. And I can't think, what else is he playing? He's playing in plenty, and I can't even think of anything else. But at any rate, nothing can stop what is about to happen next. And then he posts a video after that. Promises made, promises kept. And it's a nice little collage of like Trump stuff, previous Trump stuff, and him saying some things, whatever. Nothing I need to sit here and play. Like there's no special decode in this thing. But Navy SEALs defending Clarence Thomas. Nothing can stop what is about to happen next. What's next? What's next? What's next? You want to know what's next? I'll tell you what's next. Hillary Clinton. Drinking with Bob. I told you that one before. I wish that guy came back to YouTube. Of course, he'd be banned on day 1 by YouTube. Criminals. Effing liberal lunatics. Drinking with Bob was freaking great. What do we have here in this Ultra, which is actually, I think, the McAfee account. He does post some weird shit sometimes. That's like, I don't know what the hell the decode that it even is. What are we looking at? What does that mean? What does it mean? To play us out. Like to end the show? To end the show? Okay, go. In 3, 2, 1. I'm Bill O'Reilly, and that's it for today and tomorrow. If you've never seen the Bill O'Reilly meltdown, it's epic. It's my favorite, I think, still of all time today. Just YouTube it. Bill O'Reilly meltdown. That's all you need to do. It's great. Like Tony the Tiger once said, good, it's great. It's great. Can you pick up on Ian crying? He doesn't want to go to night time. One day he'll be older and listen to this. Ian, when you were like 2.5, Daddy was doing a video and we had great news out of the Supreme Court. It was perfectly timed. Again, trust the plan. I told you all to trust the plan. It wasn't fake. None of that stuff was fake. Patriots are in fact in control. And it is just epic. And oh, what's this? Update Telegram. I'll do an update in the background. Do you remember Andrew Gillum? The black guy, governor, raced for governor in Florida, and kind of a close race, a little bit, but our Republican got him. Then he was found out later having gay sex drug-fueled parties, got nailed by the police. And of course, yeah, he's married with kids, but he's at a gay sex orgy, drug-infested place and having a good old time at a hotel. He was just criminally indicted with, I don't know the exact number. I want to say 24 or 25 and charges, but it was some pretty significant number. If I'd have to look it up real quick, but he was just indicted by Biden's Department of Justice. How many times does Snip 42 have to come out here and just remind you that there's not a chance in hell, if these effing Democrat deep state stooges are in charge, they would let that guy be taken down and charged, indicted by the DOJ that these Democrat deep state stooges run and own right now, with their hand-picked people in positions of power running this show. They do not and would not ever indict and charge one of their own. And this guy has a pretty long rap sheet of charges that they're going after him for, where he was, a lot of it's like money, not money laundering, but it was like money, inappropriately saying the money's being used for this, but then it's not. They're funneling it through a company that ended up paying him payroll as if he was working there, but he really wasn't. He was just taking the money, and campaign stuff. And this happened during that whole process of when he was running for governor and everything else. You can't make this stuff up. This is a prime example of, and I've given you plenty, there's no way they do that to their own, because their own have to protect themselves in the club. Like George Carlin said, the late and great comic, it's a big effing club, and you ain't in it. And as Donald Trump told us in his initial speech, which, as a matter of fact, I do in fact have, be quicker on this, actually. JSnip4, hurry up, JSnip4. Where's my, let's go there. Twitter, JSnip4. Oh no, that's Realist News. I'm on there as Realist News, not JSnip4. Realist News, because I think the pinned post of JSnip. Oh, no, I undid it. CDC finally admits what I said when COVID began. But I used to have the video of Trump on his big infamous speech. And he talks about, this group only is designed to enrich and protect itself. The DC swamp, and like it was that one. And let's see. No. You know, likey me loggy any? Let's try that again. Well, I don't need to waste your time while you're standing here waiting for some important information from me. But again, nothing can stop what is about to happen. My question is, what is about to happen? And I remind you again, it might be entirely possible that you hear the POTUS, Joe Biden, give the infamous speech, whether it's live on Twitter, whatever, however, my fellow Americans, the storm is upon us. If Joe Biden speaks these words, the liberal left will blow a gasket and not even, they will malfunction, because that is that little special alphabet character we don't talk about that was around in 2017, 18, 19, 20, you know, giving us all the deep state intel on that message board, 4chan and 8chan and all that. But that is one of the, if not the biggest thing people are standing by waiting for who believe in that. Therefore, if I'm a leftist, that is the biggest thing in the world I would not ever want to see happen. And if Joe Biden says these things, as a liberal, pretend my head would explode and I would just start drooling. It wouldn't be one of those other crazy ones, you know. No, none of that. It wouldn't be Hillary Clinton with the balloon. No. It would just be instant malfunction, cannot function anymore. You know, brain damage. Oh my God. You know, drool hanging out. If Joe Biden utters the infamous words, and I'm here to tell you, Tory says, who is an insider too, has hinted more than once that that may in fact be the plan. Because if Trump says, I am not coming back to Twitter, yet that post said, look to these exact words on Twitter. So, I mean, somebody's going to have to say this. So, POTUS typically means the current president, not a former president. You don't really refer to them that way. But you could, in this case, because I was like, oh, well, Trump's supposed to say it. So, you know, so if he says it, he was a president, you know, you still address him as president, you know, okay, that's okay. We'll buy that. But he said he's not coming back to Twitter. He's not coming back. Therefore, he can't say it. At least not on Twitter. And the instructions were it will be on Twitter. So we do have a president who is on Twitter with his personal account, Joe Biden, and the POTUS account. The White House, you know, POTUS account. And I just want to know what exactly is nothing can stop what is going to happen next. What is next? Oh boy, do I wish I could be a fly on the wall on that. So, I told you my thoughts on the Supreme Court thing. They're going to announce it when they're supposed to, timing. The Roe vs. Wade. They'll have all the lefties, the Antifas, the BLMs. They'll all be there. Let's protest. And maybe, again, because everything they said about Trump, he always has to reverse it and show you 10 times worse. Here's them doing it. Here's the left actually doing it. Here's Biden tripping up the stairs 3 times. Here's Biden tripping another time up some stairs. And thirdly, here's Biden falling over on an effing bicycle after he stopped. I mean, how do you do that once you've stopped? And Trump just had a little tiny mishap that was blown. Oh, he's unfit to be president. Oh my God, the 25th Amendment. Every single thing, they had to show you it's worse with Biden. So I'm going to I didn't get a dream, I didn't get any intel, but I feel like I should just make a prediction here now, just for fun. And that is, they got all these people coming up, Supreme Court, and we heard about the January 6th insurrection, Trump, you know. I might suggest, not suggest, but again, opinion. There's going to be a real insurrection it'll look way worse than that nonsense, January 6, 2020 nonsense. And it will be by the leftists, the BLM, the Antifa. You're going to see rioting. You're going to see all kinds of shit happening. And once again, we'll be out here going, we told you leftists so. You guys call that an insurrection. Here's your people doing it right now, live. Check this out. And they just pretend they don't see you or hear you on Twitter and just get that out of the way. And let me keep tweeting my little tweets. Get that out of my way. Keep tweeting my little tweets. I didn't see that, but they did see it. And it's burning them from the inside out, and they can't stand it. And I love it. So let's just see what happens. We might be seeing a real insurrection against the Supreme Court and the Congress building and, the House and Capitol building. So let's see what happens. All I know is things are going to get interesting. But my thoughts initially, and I've said this, they'll do the Supreme Court thing when it's time, Roe versus Wade, which it just happened. Gather all these lunatics who are their army, so to speak, the leftist army, who will go and do the rioting, and they're getting bussed in and getting paid to do so. Okay, come on, guys, come on, yeah. Military and or National Guard, again, same thing, comes and handles business. Now their army is captured. Who else do they have to do stuff? And what is the National Guard really there for? Is Dick Algire's remote viewing from like 2 years ago now, roughly, or a year and a half, something like that, about the death of the dollar meme, and he saw this incredible vision during the process of the Capitol building shut down, politicians, Congress, adjourning for the last time, loss of power, people hunched over, crying in disbelief, what just happened? Those would mainly be the people who have everything to lose. The criminals. You might know them as politicians. Mostly on the left these days, but yes, there are some rotten Republicans for sure. So those people will be out of power. The question I have is, and I don't have the answer, is that's what's about to happen here shortly next? That would be one of the most epic things, the most epic 4th of July you ever could imagine. So on that note, I, Jason 4, 2, am out of here.